Hello students, today we will start a new chapter from your accountancy, that is chapter number 13 from DK Goel, and the name is ledger. Now this concept is not very much new to you because we have already uh, done certain ledger accounts in our double entry bookkeeping system, where I had discussed that how to make creditors account, how to make any expenses account. So just the explanations will be given to you in details regarding ledger, because in that chapter I had not given you much knowledge about ledger. So we will learn in details in this chapter. Okay, so let us get started with the chapter. So first of all, I would like to discuss with you what is the meaning of ledger. Ledger is nothing but a summary of all the transactions that are related to a particular expense or to a particular income or to a particular account. Okay, like for example, I have given you cash account, or bills payable account, bills receivable account, then salary account. So what is happening here, that we are recording all the transactions related to cash. That means whether we are purchasing or we are making a payment. So everything, the details of the transactions, cash transactions, will be recorded in this ledger account, that is cash account. Similarly, if I take example of bank account, we will maintain details of every transactions related to banking transaction. That means whether we have deposited money or we have withdrawn the money, we have received a check, everything details will be given in that bank account. So generally ledger is a summary of every transactions relating to a particular or specific account. Okay, and before ledger we do make some journal entries, because that is much more convenient for us, because from directly journal entry we can post it to the ledger. Okay, now we will discuss, I'll just give you an example of a ledger account, that is what is the format of a ledger account. Though you already know it, but still I'll just explain it a little bit more. Now see here we have got an example of ledger account, that is cash account, and this is the format of a ledger account, and the example is cash account. So here on first we can see that there are almost 8 columns. First is date, particulars, JF, that means journal folio, amount, and similarly we have another date, particulars, JF, and amount. And you can see that there are two sides. On top of this left hand side I can see that it's written debit, that is short form of debit is DR, and on this right hand side I can see that it's written credit, CR, short form of credit is CR. Okay, now first let us see this transaction on August 10, two sales account. Now it is a cash account. Cash account is a form of real account. So as I told you, the rule is if any increase in asset, that means cash account is a real account. So since there is an increase in assets, we have to record in the debit side. So sales has been taken place. Okay, so 5,000 has come in our business in the form of sales, so that is why we are recording it in the debit side. And then on 1st August in the credit side, if you see here, it's written by purchase account rupees 1,000. That means we have purchased some goods and cash has gone out of the business, so that is why credited by the rule. So when it is decreasing the asset, we have to credit it. Okay, and then in order to balance it at the end of this month, or at August 15, not the end, but on August 15 we are just balancing it. For example, we have taken August 15, but generally we do it at the end of the period. So by balance CD we have to put here 4,000, so that my both debit side and the credit side becomes equal, 5,000 5,000. Okay, and on the next day, that means August 16, on the debit side you see it's written to balance BD rupees 4,000. That means this has been balance has been brought down, so it is written BD short form. Okay, so this is the example of a cash account that I have discussed with you, and this is also the format of ledger account. Now we will move on to the importance or need of ledger account. So here is the need and importance of ledger. First is it informs us about the amount due from each customer, because when we maintain the debtors account, that is our customers, we can very well analyze that how much amount we will be getting from each debtors. Okay. Similarly, when we are making or maintaining a creditors account, we know that how much amount we have to pay the creditors. Then amount of purchase and sales made during a year, amount spent on various types of expenditures, and then amount of income earned during the year. So each and every details of the business can be analyzed or can be found out by the ledger account, because we are maintaining each and every account separately. So this is very useful for us to maintain the ledger accounts properly in order to ascertain the actual position of the cash and the other assets and our liabilities. Okay, so this is all about today's class. Thank you, children.